Ooh, chilly morning. August 11th, Sunday. Hey, look at that. So they fixed that wire. Took them a week. Might do some fishing this morning. It is 8:04 in the morning. I'm actually surprised it feels so chilly. I've worn this jacket. This is the Revit Downburst. I've worn this in 61 degrees, and it was pretty good actually. Now I'm kind of cold. I think that's what it said it was this morning, but they're never they're never accurate, especially around here. Anyway, I got a HO scale train set that I got off of eBay, complete. Pretty sure it was the same one that I had as a kid, which is like the Thunderbolt or something like that. It's got the Santa Fe caboose. I found it complete for $75. So I went ahead and bought it. I went ahead and bought it. Wow, I can't talk right. Just kind of wanted to see how much bigger HO scale was me. And I got this my little setup downstairs, which I play games on, which is just two 2x4 folding tables that I put together. And I had a third one, but that's now occupied. So I take two 2x4 tables, and I push them together to make 4x8. Anyway, long story short, the HO scale, half of that track that it comes with takes up that entire space. So I definitely will be sticking with N scale. The HO scale's very cool. I like the size, I like the detail, but I just don't have the space for it, unfortunately. So I went ahead and bought a KATO N-scale set. That'll be here tomorrow. I bought it from Lombard Hobbies, I think they're called, in Illinois. They had a sale. It was $180 for the KATO set. I went with the BNSF swoosh. I really have to go up there one of these mornings. Oh, I should have done it. I'm afraid I'm going to go up there and there's going to be like a camper up there. You're like, what the hell? A lot of people around here, when they clear a lot and they're building a house, they stay in that lot in a camper. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Bachman one yet. I mean, it works. I got it working pretty good. It hasn't failed yet, even though it failed right out of the box. And that kind of just put a real damper on my excitement. And then I looked up the company and realized what I was dealing with. So I don't know. It's like $130. Get a little high-speed dirt in there. Great, now I got that song stuck in my head. So we had the remnants of that Hurricane Debbie come up the East Coast and just got a good amount of rain. Like, not too much. I mean, there was a couple, like, torrential downpours, but it wasn't like, sound the alarm kind of stuff. But woke up the next morning and went for a ride, and wow, I was like shocked at how much debris was all over the road. So must have had some high winds. You can still kind of, I don't know if you can see it in this camera, but I mean, there was tornado watches. I think it was Friday night, earlier Friday for Vermont. There was nothing like that for New Hampshire. I think they said Western New England was going to get the worst of it. So I always watch that. We have a weather radio. I'm always a lot more paranoid than I normally would be now that we have kids, So I'm always watching that kind of stuff. And especially because the kids sleep upstairs, which I hate. I kind of wish we had a ranch. I grew up in a ranch, and I really like a big ranch, and everyone's on the same level. But that's what we got. It's nice little house, so can't really complain. But just wish the kids didn't have to sleep upstairs. It seems like they're so far away, but that's me. Got a Connecticut plate over here. Watch out. That's a nice truck, Western Star. Wow. What is up there? Really beautiful morning. They said yesterday was supposed to be cool, but it wasn't. It was hot. So, it's usually like after a storm, the weather's really nice. And yesterday was nice, but it was on the hotter side. Today is like almost cold. Man, I don't know what I'm going to wear in the winter. I got a ton of options, but I don't know. I don't really like any of them. I got them all on discount, like I always do. So yeah, I went with the KATO. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I'm assuming it will all work out for the KATO stuff. I hear nothing but praise. That said, that vintage HO set is flawless. I mean, it's like almost new. The one thing I'm a little weary about is I'm not sure if it needs to, the engine needs to be taken apart and re-greased, because I've seen some videos where these older sets, if they haven't been run in a while, that grease just kind of turns into wax. But it runs all right. It does a pretty slow creep and everything. I haven't been down here in a while. But assuming the KATO set works out, I really want to get one of those. I think it's 40th or 50th anniversary steam locomotives. Man, those are really nice looking. The presentation is unbelievable. Wow, that road kind of washed out, didn't it? I don't know if the camera picked that up, but there is like a fissure. That road really gave out on the side. Man, it's beautiful here. Let's get this visor open. Is this visor polarized? Let's see. Nope. This nope. Yeah, some of these roads got a little bit messed up from all the rain. Not too bad. Nothing completely washed out, but yep. I didn't fish that long because I didn't bring my hat or my sunglasses, and I actually thought about maybe just wearing my helmet while I was fishing, but the sun. Oh God, I could like you could. I think I could hear my skin. Oh, look at they mowed that. That's nice. I think I could hear my skin sizzling. It's a cool morning, but that sun, the sun, I always complain about that. It's like the Super Mario sun. Just like, just bears down on you and just like laughs and just cooks you. It's one unique feature of New Hampshire. I don't know if it's the elevation or what. We're at about 1,000 feet here. So it's not like crazy elevation, but it's more than where we used to live. So, but yeah, that and I'm still kind of blind. It was. I usually have a little bag with a baseball cap and polarized sunglasses for fishing because the sun it just reflects off of the water, and even that cooks you. Yeah, it wasn't very comfortable, and my eyes are still recovering. So I've been listening to for music. I've been listening to the Gin Blossoms, the first album, just nonstop. What a great album! It's so hard to find music like that. Just like normal rock, and like not edgy. Everything is so edgy. Even the stuff I grew up with, it's kind of boring. I don't know. So everything's like edgy. That's it. I like Tom Petty and stuff like that. The Birds, obviously. Although they're kind of a little old school for me. A little too old school, but they're good. I mean, they influenced Petty and all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, it's a real sad story about the original songwriter that wrote the majority of their hits. Makes me really not like the rest of the band because that's really a whole thing to do. But yeah, so like the whole woke thing with Harley, it's just I don't know, man. It's got to be like There's no way it's not intentional at this point between like Bud Light and Harley. I mean, we all know who's behind it, right? These publicly traded companies, but they're going over after these like sort of symbols of masculinity and redneck. They seem to be targeting these companies, but it's like, how did I don't know how that stuff works. I'm not into the finance or market thing. My wife knows a lot about that, but like, how does Harley not know that they're headed in that direction? Right? Like, who put the CEO in there? Was it the board of directors, or who's the board of directors? Who hired the board of directors? Like, how do they not know where that's going to end up? Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're looking to expand their market. I don't think that's going to work out for them, looking at the direction their stock went after a lot of this happened. So, pretty weird, man. Probably shouldn't go that fast here knowing there's a tractor around. But yeah, I think I want to start just supporting Japanese companies, because these, especially these publicly traded American companies, they're really no good. They're no good anymore. And the culture in this country is no good anymore. I'll support the actual, like, small company, mom and pop stuff, of course. But these big names, man, forget it. I think I'm going to make it like my personal crusade to just support Japanese companies, because Japan is not going along with any of this crap, and they make, quite frankly, the best stuff. So as far as making stuff, manufacturing, crafts, whatever, seems like they're in it to win it. They have a culture of uh-oh. I have a feeling that horse is he behind a fence there? Looks like it. I was watching this YouTube video about one of the Japanese bullet trains. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. Just wow. I never had any interest in going abroad anywhere except for Japan, because it's like a whole different world. A bullet train goes over 200 miles an hour. The technology's incredible. The accommodations are incredible. Like the seats, they've got it all figured out. Like in most countries, including the United States, people are always complaining about how people in front of them are like leaning back into them and blah blah blah. Well, they got the seats. The cradle for the seat is already as far back as the seat will go, so it gives the people an idea of like what their actual space is. It's like, just that little thing is brilliant. So someone can like recline all the way back and not worry about bothering the person behind them, because the cradle for that seat's already as far back as it's going to go. Pretty cool. Then they have like footrests. The outside of the footrest is used for when you have shoes on, and then it unfolds, and the inside is for when you have no shoes on. It's like a softer carpeting rug. It's like the little things like that are amazing. Like you hear people say, "Oh, they thought of everything." No, man, they really thought of everything. There used to be an old joke about the Japanese. It was like, we're going to continue doing things the wrong way because that's the way we've always done it. think that applies more to the United States now than anywhere. Especially these big companies, like they can't get it right. I can't believe it's August 11th already. Really scary how fast time's going by. Remember when it turned July, it was like, okay, it's July, I'm gonna really get the most out of every day and be conscious of the time going by. And I did all that, and it still went by like lightning. Now it's already August 11th. August is going to go by like lightning.